It's a struggle to cover everything with my income. I'm a single mum, 2 kids.
In Melbourne's east, Lauren Goodall is trying to make the most of what she has. She's among the millions of Australians who do their best to get by.
I stick to my list each week. I try not to go too far off of that because the budget doesn't stretch that far.
Her last grocery expedition left her in shock.
There was no toilet paper, no Weet-Bix, and living week to week, it's tough. I can't stockpile all of those things.
With the coronavirus outbreak worsening, it's likely more Australians will find themselves having to quarantine for 14 days. But for Lauren's family, supplies will be limited. Already they've struggled to meet 4-year-old Eleanor's dietary needs.
Eleanor is lactose intolerant. She does need long life lactose-free milk. I turned up to the supermarket. We were down to our last bottle of lactose-free milk for her. When we arrived at the supermarket, there was none. Friends and family have been kind enough to find a couple of bottles for us.
And for little Eleanor, it's been stressful.
It's okay. We will find your milk. It's okay. Yeah.
This is creating a lot of anxiety for people on low incomes. If you are living day to day in a budgetary sense, you can't afford to buy extras. That's the nature that your cupboard is already bare. We're really encouraging people, again, to be very calm and to be thinking carefully, what do you need, and to take no more than you need.
In Albury, in southern New South Wales, Rob Miller is struggling on the food he already has, let alone being able to stockpile.
Hey, Miss Morgan. Come on. You pretty much spend all your money just paying your rent and bills, and things get missed.
That's what you like, isn't it?
You never get anything to save or put aside for yourself to do anything with. So at the moment, a bit behind on the electricity. That's going to be my lunch after I get home from work.
The 45-year-old survives through part-time work and the New Start allowance of about $270 a week.
On the really tight fortnights, there have been times where we've considered limiting ourselves to 1 meal every couple of days. Usually I've got to go through my shift without something to eat.
And he can't afford to be off work for a potential 14-day quarantine.
I'm just worried I'd miss out on shifts at work and it'd make my financial situation even harder. I'm on immunosuppressants, so I am a bit concerned if I do come into contact with someone that's actually got the virus. That is very empty.
Rob also lives with a medical condition which leaves him vulnerable. He's among nearly 85,000 Australians who have inflammatory bowel disease.
Most fortnights we're lucky if we can buy one lot of toilet paper. To be able to stockpile it, that would be pretty nice.
This week, Australia reached a new low, with several altercations in supermarket aisles. 2 women in Sydney have been charged after this brawl over toilet paper.
Yeah, no need to act like that.
More and more Australians are finding themselves stuck at home in isolation. The 14-day quarantine affects recent travellers to countries such as China, South Korea and Iran. It also applies to anyone who's had close contact with a confirmed case of coronavirus.
I'm currently in self-quarantine with my parents.
In Queensland, Grace Jung is nearing the end of her quarantine at her parents' house after recently returning from a trip to China.
Could you guys say hi?
Grace is among the 3,000 Queenslanders who have been asked to isolate themselves.
I think we're doing pretty well at the moment. My parents prefer to just watch the TVs, and I spend some time to do the exercises at home, read some books. Those are the groceries we ordered online and just got delivered to our house. Actually, to let you know that this is what we have at home. I think 9 rolls of the toilet paper. I don't know if that's enough for us.
We spoke yesterday. How are you?
Contact with the outside world has been limited, except for a friendly phone call from the Red Cross every day.
Got anything planned for today?
While Queensland Health calls every 3 days.
We've had nearly 3,000 people referred that have been in self-quarantine. We've been making daily phone calls, once a day for the period of quarantine. We've been making up to 1,000 phone calls a day.
Talking to people make us feel like less isolated from the rest of the world, which is pretty important, I think.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.